What's the ETA on the run? It's probably going to be like 2 hours, hour and a half. 3, 2, 1, go. Skip, 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 skip. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Company man woke me up.
I love this guy's voice. It's so good. Basically, I can't do anything during these cuts. You cannot skip cutscenes.
Not many eager for that job.
Not many eager for that job.
Seems a bit late if you ask.
This is gonna have huge spoilers in it, by the way. I can't basically do anything about that.
Hey.
One thing I love about this game, right? So it randomizes who, like, if you have the male or the female voice, and you only get 2 lines in the whole thing. Alright, up we go. Let's get some bloody optimized strats going. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright. Yep, yep, yep. Alright. La 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 la. And you can't go any faster than this, though it is possible to slow down. Alright. Looks like we got a body.
Oi!
Crap.
It's too heavy!
I think we went too far. Normally I want to be back here for when he says it, and I think you need to go out that way, like a little bit, like you need to go and spot the body. Went too far. It's too heavy.
Take it yourself or open it here.
Alright, come on. There we go. Yep, give me the book. Give book, please. This one will speed through. Like there are a couple of things that you can do that really like speed things up. So if I'm not like fucking around. D. Here's a good one. Yep, yep, yep. Back cover. There we go. You have to skim through that whole book, but that way I just go whoosh, right to the back. That is one little skip I found, or one thing I ran into trouble with when I was like getting the thing sorted out. Oh, come on. Just missing, like, going too fast also means that, like, some stuff just won't activate and we can't go any further. God, what a good looking game. And you can use the, you can press the use button as it's, like, ringing it up and it just automatically flips it at the end. So that's another little cheeky skip.
Kick it in. Lest we break it down and take more than those shells.
You bastards may take exactly what I give you. Yeet! G'day, Captain. We got this boy, we got this boy. And that boy. So it's okay, so nearest boy, middle boy there is Brennan. Hang on, there. Brennan. First mate, that one is, I don't remember, but I need to learn everyone for when I do the 100%. This is any percent, which means you fuck off like right at the start. 100% is a lot slower because you have to go in manually in the book, and that slows things down. Anyway, but you wait here by the door because what happens is, once this song finishes playing, we're just gonna go straight into the door, and it skips. It doesn't skip much like time, but you can move at the very end of a, not a cutscene, but like they've got like a loading screen. You can move right at the end of it before the actual thing goes. So see here, right? It's gonna go in. It's gonna open the book, and we're gonna close the book because we don't care. Although I think it's going to tutorialize us a little bit, where it's going to be like, oh, you've got to bloody, here's how the book works. And when that happens, it's a little annoying, but you can't do much. Yeah, who is this? How did they die? It only goes this slow on the captain. It's a little faster on the others. Closes, door opens, and we go forward. And we've gone through the door before the loading screen actually ends. Cool. So we're done there. We keep going. And we need to hit to get the way off the boat. We need to view every single death, basically, and then that spawns the thing that lets you get off the boat. So, unfortunately, there's a little bit we have to do, but there's some good bits. All right, this guy's been knifed. This is Brennan. He's got a hole in his neck. Lucy. What the fuck? You can't just jump into chat. Oh god damn it, that's hilarious. Hello Lucy, how are you? Yeah, run, I don't know, I haven't actually done a full run. I didn't properly time a full run, I just went through and did that, so I'm hoping it's going to be about an hour, but it could be less. We're going to basically learn it. So anyway, what basically happened is, Brennan has gone in, he started leaking from the neck, and the captain's going to plug it with his knife. It's very thoughtful of him. So this is going to then close to the book, which we don't care about. I think she can and she does. Yeah, I can. Yeah. And we head forward. Loading screen. Oh, I should have been moving. Fuck. We grab this guy who is... I'm gonna get a name. I can't look in the book, unfortunately. I basically don't want to look in the book for the whole run, because it slows it the hell down if I get stuck on viewing those tutorials, which I think I can do. Like, I think I can just get through the whole thing without looking. Then this guy gets totally beamed in the noggin. That's, spoilers. This guy, is having a bad day. Anyway. Look at this beautiful game. Oh, it's so good. So bloody good. It's that guy. So the way it would normally work is you like zoom in, you find out who it is, you figure out who the person is, and then you just, yeah, you guess who you figure out who they are and then who killed them, and basically go from there. I don't know who that... I can never remember who the third guy in there is. He runs up the stairs and he goes up the back, like leaps over the back of the ship into the captain's quarters. Is how he gets in there. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. We go forward. Loading screen, sweet. Ah, got caught on the thing. Alright. And it's got a really good soundtrack, and you basically have to listen to all of it because the cutscenes don't end until the track does, which means we are golden on listening to this sweet, sweet nautical soundtrack.
I'll be with you soon, my love.
So this is fine, don't worry. Yeah, the captain's having he's having a bit of a bad voyage, is how I would describe this whole thing. And what he's, oh look, no, he's he's beamed himself pretty badly. And she has, she's really kicked the bucket, hey. So this is actually where we put our first split in, is once the book the book opens, once we can close out of the book is when this section is done. Handily called Captain. I thought it was pretty good. Also, stuff's about to get really nasty, so if you don't like blood or stylized blood or gore, avert your eyes, I suppose. Alrighty. Ready to go. This was my first time using Live Split properly. Yep. Captain's quarters. There we go. No! There we go. Okay, so now it goes through here. It'll tell you how many people are in the scene. 4 people. And it tells you how many that we know died. No, oh crap, I accidentally opened the book. Oh dear. Alright. I am running this horrendously. I'm probably like easily 3-4 seconds behind. what like is probably like a good, like what would be considered like a very strong start, and we're only 9 minutes in, 10 minutes in. Here's the good bit, right? Here's where the story like really starts to pop off. Yeah, she gets completely beamed by the Kraken. It's all good stuff. Here's a gentleman. This is Martin. He takes a bit of a tumble. What else we got going on? A couple of people. Yeah, guy on the rigging. He's done for. This fella. Well, his legs have fallen off. I'd say he's armless, but he's legless, which doesn't really make the joke work quite as well. Wait. Didn't know this was... Oh yeah, no, this is the most cursed boat you've ever seen. There's a lot of like stuff going on that's like, oh, this is bad. Also, yeah, huge spoilers, obviously. Big squid. Don't worry about it though. Like, big squid's one of the bad things, but it's probably not the worst. Now, the reason we stand here is because we can go deeper into the past, like through dead bodies in other scenes. So that's what we're here for. The Doom. I would say not the worst thing that happens on the entire boat. Corpse was moved. Yep. There we go. Wowie. Yeah, wowie indeed. So basically... Oh yeah, there's some bad stuff. Alright, so we've got to follow this guy. You can actually move before the cutscene ends, and if you do, this thing doesn't start moving. And this is basically a handy little smoke trail that shows us where the body is, and like keeps it there. So, a good friend of Marba is here. Yeah, I love Doom as well. This is like some serious Doom though, like I would not... Oh boy, it's bad. And we can see more and more of how the scene unfolds. The fun one is when you do... So there's... I think there's going to end up being like 3 categories for this game if it gets speedrun regularly, which is going to be any percent, 100%, or captain percent. And captain percent is when you just blame everything on the captain. It's a little faster, but you still have to blame everyone. G'day Martin, how you doing? So he got ripped in half. This guy's happened. He's tossing a gun. How you doing? I think this is one of the midshipmen. Or the steward, I'm not really sure. No, this is one of the midshipmen. Oh no, that's the 4th mate. And here is... Yeah, this is one of the midshipmen. Oh look, these guys were trying to flee on boat and got done for. Marba got ripped in half. Rip Marba. He does some good stuff. This goat. I think the goat just dies of being a goat. Where's the guy? Here it is. I know. I don't want to walk away too far because like I have time to go through the stuff and be like, and here's all the stuff that happens. Yeah, so that's Marba. He gets torn apart by the beast. It's a sad state of affairs because he gets some good stuff going. Yep, come on. You basically have to follow this cloud. Or else it just doesn't go where you want it to go. But there's a lot of stuff that slows this run down, and that's kind of annoying, but at the same time, I don't mind it. It's pretty chill. There we go. So, this guy... A lot of these early ones are pretty easy to figure out how they die. Then there's some that you've got to put 2 and 2 together for. This is a good one. Explosions look really good. Right, so this guy got exploded when they yoked the powder at him. There's Marba, our good friend, and in the past, this deck is open, so we can actually when once we leave through here, we can skedaddle on down to the gun deck. This is very handy. So that's why the door's here, is basically get out. I could put a split here that's like, oh, bloody thing, every time we have to go through one of these doors. But I'd rather just cap it at like the end of some like chapters or like main areas, which is what I've done, because you have to do a little bit of backtracking, because like some bits in some chapters are in different parts of the ship, so you can't reach them all at once. And like this is one of those examples where I'd just rather take it all the way to the end of this bit, because there's a lot going on in the Doom. A lot of stuff goes wrong. Let me know how the game sound is, by the way. Oh, nope, back here. Right, gun deck. How you fellas living? They're not. Spoilers. Carthage? Oh, snap, an actual speedrun? Yeah, actual speedrun. No one's uploaded one on speedrun.com, so I'm gonna have to submit it and be like, hey guys, I guess I'm moderating this game. Right, this guy gets necked by a cannon. Sometimes it really do be like that. Those guys fall down the stairs. Martin's having a bad time. This guy's having a bad day. He's armless, don't worry. Yeah, it's just all around pretty bad. You can say g'day to the Kraken. Who is the guy that dies next? Is it this one? Or is it this? I think it's this guy. So I want to be like here. I assume it's mostly routing that makes it. Yeah, it's mainly routing, and there's a couple of making sure you never open the book when you don't need to. There's a couple of things, not much, but it's mainly routing. I've done like very rudimentary kind of routing, so mine's probably not optimized, but I'm just seeing how we go at this point. I have no idea what 100% of this would look like. Probably the same, but I don't know how routing the book would be. Which would be its own thing. Yeah, it is this guy. There we go. It's all cool though. Captain will come up from the hold and scare it off. Yeah, he's good like that, isn't he? All hail the captain. And there's a lot of probably very precise like input stuff that you can do to speed things up. Like I'm running my reactions are horrendous. But, and also I guess learning where everything is another thing. Like it takes a little bit. This guy gets really beamed. Oof. Oh. He probably gets beamed the hardest out of anyone on the ship, would be my guess. Oh no, maybe second. He gets maybe beamed the second hardest out of anyone. Maybe third. Like, oh, look at that. The Kraken just reaches in, gives the cannon a squeeze, and then boop! Just gets him. Just gets him. And look, hey, Marba's down here. See? He was alive back then. It's good stuff. Anyway, he's ripped in a big way, and now we got this boy as well. It's all very gruesome. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Carthage. I hope you stick around and see how we go. This is my first time properly running it, and my second like proper go at a speedrun. My other one was Euro Truck Simulator 2, Edinburgh to London. So if that tells you Marba's pretty rough, Pete too. Which one's Pete? I haven't learned I know most of the people on the ship, but there's heaps that I forget. Marba's rough. Pete's rough. I would say it's Edward. Is it Edward? The artist. Whoever the artist is. I reckon he gets it pretty bad. But we don't get to him later. Until later, sorry. Now, this one can get tricky and weird. There we go. Oh, come on. Yeah, that was a slow grab on that one. Welcome everyone to the stream. I hope you're enjoying how things are going so far. It's going to be a pretty. This is not a quick speed run, but any percent's like as quick as you'll get this done. Otherwise, it is quite a bit longer. All right, he gets squeezed. He's fine. He's just broken like every bone in his body. That's unfortunate. Rip this guy, whose name I forget. Marv's doing alright, you guys are good. Isn't there? Oh no, door's here. Alright, so this one's gonna be the cannon split. Him too? Yeah, Ed gets it very bad. A lot of them get it really, really bad. Who gets it good? Like, how many people escape? Not many. Just trying to think who gets like a decent one. Like a quick one. Nah, everyone kind of gets screwed over. It's not a good ship. This is not a good ship. Got me thinking whether 100% would be better done entering fakes with each memory or running down the crew muster roll at the end. I don't know. I'd almost be tempted to do it at the end of like the chapter when it opens up, tells you how many people have been killed, and then you just go through once you're there and like just nail everyone on the thing. Right, so that's that, which means we can now go through here. Crank this open. Oh, I forgot to do a split. Crap. I forgot to split it. I'm an idiot.
Oh, no.
So this is just strictly false, and I've completely screwed myself. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'll stay with
I'm not used to using live split.
I tried my best.
Yep, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yep, come on.
you. Tell
Dying
me
words
yourself.
and all that. Yeah.
Bring the surgeons.
Brennan! The surgeon's kit. That's how I know that that guy was Brennan. That could work too, thinking that you don't have enough info boxes would accumulate a little bit of time. Oh, that's a good point then. I don't know how much time though, because you still have to go through and I think name a couple of people. No, I think it's this guy first. How you doing, buddy? Alright, so he's having a bad time. Still, Brennan, how we doing, buddy? Yeah, he's looking pretty good. Oh, blood over here. I wonder what that could be. Yeah, no, they, when I was going through, because I did Captain Descent, and like, I didn't do the speedrun, I just did Captain Descent to get the last achievement. Yeah, those did take up a little bit of time, but it was a little like, it wasn't much time. It's pretty easy to skip through those, and I think you're gonna lose more time. I don't know. It's either gonna be like very, very similar, or like, yeah, it's probably gonna be a consistency thing, I suppose. Alright, chapter 9, the escape. A good chapter, to be sure. Flick, come on. I don't want to double press when it ends. There we go. Because then that opens and that screws me and I hate it. Oh, get out of here, door. Oh, that's gonna slow me down. I think we only need to go through, like, we only need to go back through a door, like, twice in the whole run. Means you have to pick out pictures for each. Not fast either, requires precision. Yeah, no, that's a fair point. I'd just do it on the pictures. You can cycle, you can go through it. Would be my guess. This is one of my favorite songs on the whole soundtrack. It's this or Soldiers of the CA, I think. I think it's Soldiers of the CA is my favorite. That's a good one. What did the others say? They like escape music? Yeah, the escape music's pretty It's got a bit of a happy little vibe. The belt, yeah, it's a carillon, which is like a big old, like, it's like a church bell but more precise. And you can actually do music on it. They're huge. Carillons are huge. Yeah, who is this? I think it's the third mate. I don't really care though. All right, this guy. Let's go to the next one. Let's keep going. The bell stuff and so. Yeah, man. The thing that irks me probably with speedrunning this one is like there is no, you can't skip anything. There's no skip that I can think of. Like just with how like Lucas codes as well, there's not a lot you can do to glitch anything. Like it's rocks. Like his games are rock solid. They're so simple. There's like nothing to glitch about it. So I don't even know how we'd like really do any skips. If there are any, like I don't think we'd be able to. But if there are any, I couldn't even imagine what that would be like. Like we can skip. Okay, he gets beamed. Seems pretty tight, though. It did fall through a deck once. Huh. If that's a repeatable effect, oh man, I was gonna say if that can be repeated, we'd just be like, woohoo, dropping all the time. So who's that? We got first mate as Brennan. Who's this guy? I wish it like put all the pictures like slightly to the right so that you could sort of see them around, like in a, like they put it in a spot like above me here. I'm not having to open that book because I think we can get through the whole thing without manually opening the book. I think. I'll be impressed if we can. That'd be the dream. There's been a couple of times where it's cutscened and I've had a glitch where I have to open the book and it's weird. It doesn't skip anything. It doesn't save me any time. It's just annoying. It doesn't slow me down unnecessarily, but it is annoying. There we go. So this guy gets yoked. Oh, boy, I'm getting real bad on these presses. He gets yoked off the ship. Times it quite nicely that we're basically up here. So any idea what that like sparkle off in the distance is there, by the way, Carthage? Because my guess is it's either one of the shells or it's just the location of where the calling happens. Right, so she's a badass. That's Miss. Is that? That's not Miss Jackson. I am for real. I am for eels. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I am several fish and not a guy. And these are the boyos. And there's Henry Evans, the bookman. He's actually the surgeon. Is that? No. Yeah. No. That's. You finished actual? Yeah, I've done actual. I did actual 100% on my first go, and then I went back and I did the just bailing, but then I goofed it because I solved one of them that wasn't one of the captains, so I couldn't do captain percent, and I was like, eh. And I just went back and did captain in a third one, which is very, very quick. Because that one you can do in this. It's closer to like an any percent than 100%. Couldn't tell you all the names. I struggle remembering some of the Russians. But that's about it. And by that's about it, I mean I can't remember most of the seamen. Haha. Or the topmen. Everyone else I can get, roughly. But they're normally the easy one. Actually, no, even some of the seamen I can get. Some of the topmen as well. So I understand that Sparkle's that shell being carried by the mermaid who agreed to take the ship back to Falmouth. Ah, okay. That would make sense. Let them go. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Damn indeed. He really gets it. Alright. I think that's Miss Jackson. I am for real. G'day, buddy. How you doing? Alright. Again, don't worry, he's armless. That joke's gonna come up a lot. A lot of people lose their arms. It's just the way it is. How you doing? That's the gunner's mate. Oh something. Fourth mate. There's a lot of mates on this boat. This one's really good game design. Force players to go back down and see what's up with the mutiny, even if they forget about it. That is smart, yeah. Just so it's really good at showing like how much of this stuff was going on at the same time, which I love. There's a lot of layers, like, or you find like in different parts of the ship where things were happening, even though you sort of couldn't really see them earlier. Come on, Cloud. Just trying to think, where do I go after this one? Because I talk to him, we find the thing, and then go down to Nichols, which is Orlop deck. No, it's cargo. No, hang on. Nichols' body gets moved, don't they? I don't remember. How does the Nichols one go? I might have goofed these times slightly. Oh, the split names.
We didn't. It left with the storm. Captain came up from the hold. Said he chased it off. You should rest.
Several of those really gentle nudges that you never even have to feel if you're being really observant. Yeah, they're really subtle. Alright, he has expired. Hey! Alright, we've got access to this hold. That's good. The Orlop. I hate the no. I don't hate it, but like, I can't wait for someone to just upload the 10-hour The Escape A side. Because like, unlike Papers, Please, where it's just like one 10-hour track, you can get like 20 really good 10-hour nautical loops out of this game, or just like have the whole soundtrack 10 hours long, and it just goes through them all, but like in like massive blocks. Because at the moment they're not long tracks, but they loop. Kaab has donated $1.43. I'm not gonna give up that place so easily. Kaab, it's... I hate to tell you, mate, but... Oh, right, yeah, because you just need to get the most recent. It's not, like, the highest donation. I did say to TL73 that you weren't gonna let that slide. So, thank you very much for the donation, Kaab. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I hope you're enjoying the speedrun. G'day, how you doing? Yeah, it's Miss Jackson. I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I am several fish, not a guy. Which one is... I think we just go for this. I don't remember. No, he's far out. I've forgotten the route. I'm such an idiot. Oh my god, we've wasted so much time already. We're just going straight to the murder, which I think is wrong. I'm not sure. Whatever. I'll split it when I decide to, and we'll reroute it if we have to. Get some new splits. See what the time's like. So, Lucy, if you're still watching, this is sort of one of those spots where things get a little worse than a Kraken, I would say. At least for most of the crew. Can't really see it though, but he's been beamed by this thing. How do you feel about those boys? As you can tell, a lot of people are having a very, very bad day aboard the Obra Dinn. It's pretty good. Interesting creature. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the deal is with these guys, because they're not the mermaids. They're just big, angry, like, crab-riding swamp things. Who, like, I don't know, it's just a weird story that we don't know, like, exactly how all of this sort of happened, but basically, something happens and then these guys all break onto the ship. And start murdering everyone. Soldiers of the sea. They're still summoned. I think they are summoned by the mermaids, for sure. Like, I think absolutely. I'm just, like, not sure. Yeah, they do make for the lazarette, but there's a bunch of stuff down there. Maybe they're after the monkey. Come on, come on. Yeah, so I don't remember if I went for leg boy first after that section, or if I went straight down here. I think I was meant to go for the leg, but I've really goofed it on that one. Oh, they're disgusting creatures. Where do I need to stand for this guy? He is probably a good spot. Yeah. Oh well. Oh well, if I've goofed it, whatever. I haven't seen any times, so currently this is going to be this will be the run for which all future runs are set by. Even if I completely goof it up, which I'm trying not to, but that's what I get for like taking like a day off after I set the times. Or not set the times, but like tried to sort of figure out what the run was going to be and like only paying half attention. It's been a long couple of days. What have I been bloody doing? Mostly uni stuff. D&D last night was good though. Alrighty. Yep. It's all well and good. So it's this one, then we do the electrocution after this. So this is... Hello? Oh my god. Alright, well that's annoying. I guess sometimes it just doesn't pop up. That irks me somewhat. Oh, those noises are not ideal. G'day, fellas. Now is it those guys that we go to first? Yeah, because this guy's on fire. Yep. And then we go over here and it's these boys. And then we get those guys, I think. How we doing, fellas? Alrighty. So, how is everyone today? What's everyone been up to? I ordered some cards for a commander deck I'm putting together in Magic. So that'll be fun when it gets here in like a week. I had like a lot of the cards, but there's a lot that I didn't have, and I'm like, I should probably get some of these. A lot of commander staples that I just didn't have. And I'm like, oh man, I got it. I might, like, I was tempted to just go for like a more budgety sort of version of it, but like a lot of them are so crucial to a lot of other decks. I'm like, I might as well. Alright, so one of the other ship boys dies. And now these boys also die. I know he patched the game recently too, so I think he's changed. I think he might have fixed a couple of things, like moving before you, like if you press space for that one and then you move like too quickly, it just doesn't go. So I think he's might have fixed that one. I'm not really sure, but I know he's made a couple of patches, but I don't know what they did because he doesn't release patch notes. I guess it doesn't matter if it's like a lot of stuff that's behind the hood, under the hood kind of stuff. Like I'm not too worried about, especially in a game like this. But it'd be good to know, like exactly what he did change. Beamed. Oh, they're disgusting. God, I hate these guys so much. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da da dee dee da doo da. Anyway, here's the next guy that gets beamed. Who is this one? Is this one of the? Yeah, it's one of the ship boys. Oh no, it's Carpenter's mate. And Carpenter? And I can never remember who this guy is. It's a lot of people that are in that top end of the painting that I just can't get. It's really annoying. I think this is actually one of the longest chapters, just in terms of like number of people we've got to go and find as well. So it's kind of good to get out of the way, like sooner rather than later. All right, we do that one later, I think, or do we do that one now? I don't remember. Like, what does that one lead to? That leads to. Oh my god, I'm so bad. My route is fucked. When do we do Edward? Because what does he lead into? You do Edward, he leads into the... He dies, someone else is doing something else. Oh, he gets got in a big way. That's happening. Yep. Yeah, okay, I've gone in the wrong order here. So I do Edward is to Lars. Right, okay, so I want to go this one, then I do leg, then I do cow. Then we do Edward. Because cow leaves us top on that level as well. So that's all good. Alright, so I did go in the wrong order. We are meant to do leg first because this leads to electrocution. So that's fine. Our time's a little weird, but we're not. I haven't completely fucked it at this point. I think. Careful, Nick, before electrocution. Yeah, but because of the way we've done it, where I went, like I was meant to go Nick before electrocution, but at the moment it's going to be electrocution before Nick. Wait, what? Oh, it's this guy. Crap. I was meant to do it the other way, I think, but this should be fine. I'm only about half watching. I don't understand anything about what's going on. Oh no, this Nick. Oh yeah, there's two Nicks. Oh my god. I mean, I can give you a quick, like, plot rundown of what's happened so far, but it'll be in reverse order because that's the way the game is laid out, for the most part. You sound like a mad person without the visual. I do sound a bit like a mad person, don't I? Yeah. That's one way of doing it. Oh boy, he gets got. Oh no, a friend. Mm-mm. Oh, crabs. Crabs are disgusting. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, he's having a bad day. Please don't. Okay, no worries. I'll keep it spoiler free for you. Right, so this guy gets completely destroyed. Crabby again. No, stop. The crabs are gross. Oh, they're so disgusting. Like, I don't normally mind crabs, but look at this freak. Plus they stab you, so crabs are bad, basically. Life lesson. Crabs are bad. You can take that one to the bank. Would you believe that it's the same crabs, Kayab? In fact, there aren't any more. Those are the only ones. Okay, now it's this guy. Whoa, okay. Oh, that was the rigging. Going in. Alright, this should launch itself into the air. Yep, there you go. Come back down. Come back down? Come back down, there we go. Come on. Give it to me. There we go. Ooh, okay, that was weird. There's some weird stuff that goes on with the compass hand, I think. Like, it just doesn't want to do a bunch of stuff. I also like that you can climb up onto here. That's nice. It doesn't let you do much, but, you know. Alright, well, that's not really anyone on the boat's fault, I think. Unless the crabs can summon a storm. Oh, these guys are so dead. Oh, they don't even know what's coming. That's hilarious. It's not that hilarious, but, you know, it's kind of funny. Alright, so I'm ready on the... I'm actually gonna hit the split at the right time here, like a regular human being. Crack open this book. There we go. We're making okay time. Alright. Back out, back down. Yeah, back down. And then after we do... Oh, I've gone the wrong way again. Actually, no, going down this way is probably the correct way. Never mind, it's extremely the wrong way, and I've really fucked... Oh, fuck, yeah, of course. That's the front end of the ship. No, it isn't. Ship's down here. No, it isn't. Cargo. Wait. Where is Edward? Is he down here? No. Hang on a minute. What level is Edward on? Oh, he's on the gun deck. Yep, he's over here. Far out. I'm an idiot. Well, that's like a bunch of time wasted. If I could... Okay, so I reckon that this guy dies harder than anyone. What's the goal of this game? The goal of the game... Okay, so you play as an insurance agent working for the East India Trading Company. The boat, the Obra Dinn, has returned to Falmouth, England. Your job is to figure out what happened. So he's taken a dump and he gets crushed. Rip. So your job is to figure out what happened to everyone on board. And you do that through a magical pocket watch that shows you stuff back in time. So you can basically go through and figure out how everyone died. Or didn't die, depending. Insurance agent. Yeah, it's very much a Lucas Pope game. It's the same guy that made Papers, Please. So it makes a lot of... He's a great dude. He's so good. I saw he did a time lapse of him modeling the hand for when it grabs the door handles in this game, and it's from 4 years ago, right? So he's been working on this for like 4 years, and it's just him. He just models the hand and like how it grabs the door handle as you move around and like changes position. So good. Wait, I wasn't meant to do Edward. I was meant to do the foot. I'm an idiot. Man, I'm just throwing this run in the bin. Is basically what's happening here. I'm just doing it all out of order. And badly as well, that's the other thing. Whatever, it's fine, we'll do it out of order. I think this way also is the one that this will unlock. Oh, what does this one unlock? I don't remember. Oh, this is part of the escape. So this basically gets escape done, which means we don't have to come back later on. So I don't hate this. I don't like it, but I don't hate it.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Nice. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Cool. Completely beamed. Right, so this is meant to be the rope. So I'm way out of order now. So this is what I get. I remember watching that time lapse 4 years ago, and then he brings it into the engine. It's comically huge. Yeah, that's good. I only watched it recently. I'm really glad, like, so, like, Papers, Please is set very comfortably in, like, an alternate, like a similar Earth, but, like, it's like a fictional Earth. But I like that this one is, like, no, it's set 1802, 1807, one of those. Falmouth, England. Like, they're all real places, and everything has been, like, everything's pretty time accurate as well, I think, which is quite good. And looking at the list of voice actors, they're also, like their voices are accurate to where the region is, and it's quite impressive. Alrighty. So, now I'm gonna do Nichols. For real this time. Where is Nichols at? Right, so this just gets this out of the way, and it means we don't get it later on. There's so many people in this one. Am I missing people? No, it goes back that way. Yeah, there it is. Okay, we're all good. 7 people go missing. Alright, back down. We're gonna find that leg. Oh, which is over that end. Crap. We'll go this way. Like, it's not much slower. He talked in some of the devlog about the historical accuracy of the ship and such. I haven't seen much of the devlog, actually. It's a really well-modeled ship. Like, it's just really, really good, I reckon. Alrighty then. Nichols? How you doing, fellas? Who's the next person that is dead? It's over this way, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's this guy. Yeah, it's this whole business. Hey bud, how you doing? This guy had a bad day. Finishing with Edwin and Lars is probably a good move. Lands you on the top deck. That is, yeah, that is true. But we still need to do... Oh, do you mean like doing the ocean one last? Because yeah, so the one I'm planning on doing last is we're out on the ocean. We finish up with what's that whole boat situation, which ends up pretty close to the, I think it's one of the closest ones that it ends to the exit, so we pick it for future routing. Oh, okay. Which one's Edward and Lars? Is that this one? I don't know enough of their names off the top of my head. Like, without context, I can't pick them. Yeah, it leaves you up top. Very close to, which is why I like to finish it with that. Plus, it's after you've done heaps of the stuff. I like that that door stays open too. It leaves you with having done like all the other stuff, so you don't need to do. We don't need to go like top deck down to cargo or anything. Which is sort of the kind of movement I'm trying to minimize. I say as I goof it up completely in all and every way so far in this run. Like, it's just been horrendous. Wow, okay. Yeah, it leaves you up top, like, just behind the mast, away from the exit, so you basically end, and then you just, storm hits, and then you just go down. Had meant the artist one, and the one that links off, but I like to think I finished with chapter 4. Yeah, I think that's how I want to do it, like, that was one, I was like, I can pretty much do the middle in just about any order, but the one I end on is kind of important. Finishing with chapter 4 is good. It's a very straightforward one with very little movement. As well, so you're just walking around going, oh yeah, here's a guy, there's a guy, boom. We don't have to go like up and down. So I think it's also a quick one. That is that's hard for even me to screw up, and that's important. Anyway, so it's going to be this person next, and this is the Nichols, Mr. Nichols. Artist, yeah, so artist, I would normally do 4. So it would normally go, right, if I was doing this correctly, Captain Cannon, do the Nichols one, which is this. Followed by... the electrocution, which ends us... topside. Followed by... well, then we can just, and it ends us topside, sort of middle ship, topside midship, which is not like, which is actually like a pretty good place to be for going anywhere. Then we hit Edward. That one ends us. Where does that end us? You know, I'm not really sure. I need to route this so much better. I've been so bloody busy. I haven't had like time to like really thoroughly. I'd have notes if I could. I just haven't had time. Come on, fellas. Come on, body. Load up for me. Thank you. There we go. No one deserves their insurance money. The end. There's a lot of stuff, right? So what'll happen is you submit at the end. It like lists every single person, how they died, or at least how you claim they died, and then like the insurance payout. And it's really like a lot. I read through when I first completed it. I read through like the whole thing, and a lot of people, and like they can sometimes the estate just like doesn't apply for insurance, so they get nothing. And then sometimes it's like, oh, so and so did this cheeky crime. I don't need to hit that. The door's open, so we're real good here. Hang on, what was I going to say? So, sometimes they don't. I don't think there's a way to get it so that no one gets insurance money. I guess it would depend on what you say that they did. I think if everybody, even if everyone like killed everyone else, it'd be like they'd still get some kind of an insurance payout. I think it's like £25. Could even be like 25 less than that. No, they are. They don't list like crab monsters, but one of the things that, because you have to say if something gets killed, depending on what it kills, what kills someone, you have to say who killed it. Sometimes it'll default, but though like that, those guys and the Kraken are just default terrible beast, so that they know that they were killed by some kind of horrible monster. Alright, so that would be Nichols. That's Nichols done. And I've still done the wrong bit. Because I've done the ropes already as well. So now we go to the cow. Which is down here. Here. That's right, we can even insurance claim on things that aren't people. Mainly it's just the way the pocket watch works. We are way too generous. I mean, it is weird. It is interesting that they say spiked by a terrible beast as a cause of death. That is true. That is interesting. To be fair, that could mean like if you're at sea, right? And you're at 1702 or something, 170 whatever, and some like horrible shark monster leaps out of the sea and chomps you right in the noggin. And people are like, I don't know what it was. And people aren't sure, like, what a shark is. And they're just like, well, we just need to generally say that they were killed by an animal of some kind. I guess. Spiked is a weird one, though. Like, firing squad is not acceptable, but beast is. Well, hang on, because firing squad's a weird one, and I thought that initially, but of course, they don't all hit him. Which was annoying, because I was initially like, ugh. Then you just don't drain our poor company. It's the East India Company, which if we're going off of historical accuracy, is like in the top 10 all-time most valuable companies. It was worth, like, scaled to, like, with it, accounting for inflation, trillions of dollars. Or pounds. Whatever, like, it controlled, like, all shipping for a long time. So they can afford to pay £25 to some, like, nobody. Plus, this is a big ship. Every company is poor when someone wants money. Yeah, but you're an insurance agent, and, like, I don't know. It's good to keep the books on the up and up. Oh yeah, sure, but the insurance agent doesn't give firing squad as an option for anyone ever. Yeah, true. Like for that one, I would have preferred. I mean, even in that situation, I wouldn't put firing squad. I'd like list it, considering that they can tell exactly who killed who. Firing squad, I think, is even too vague for them. Like you can say that with a terrible beast because beasts are beasts, but like when it's people and you can identify the people, you can be like, yeah, no, it was this person. Magic would do weird things to your company's finances, I would assume. Sometimes it just really do be like that. G'day Henry, how you doing? G'day Martin, I want to say this is. Yeah, it's Martin. Sied, how you do? Wait, that's not Sied. It's the other guy. G'day Surgeon's Mate, how we doing? G'day Sied, how we doing? How we living? Probably shouldn't go around saying how you living to anyone on this ship, honestly. God, it's such a well-modeled ship. Far out. This game makes me want to, like, be a sailor so hard. Or play, like, a really banging cello, because the soundtrack. Oh, this track's really good, too. Watch Box cameo? What? What do you mean? Alright, so we've got one more in this, then it's cargo. And then we do ocean and we're done. Although, done takes longer than you'd expect. The box with the pocket watch under the surgeon's bed. Huh. I didn't notice that. So, what does that imply? That Henry, like, is that something to do with being a surgeon? Like, he holds on to the pocket watch and you can find out how, like, what killed people? And then he's like, hey, you're an insurance guy. Here you go. Hey, Sied, how you living, buddy? I can't go and say good day to the surgeon while I'm in this one. I'm also impressed with how well the stream is handling this. Like, graphically speaking, you'd think it'd just annihilate the bitrate, but nah, it's looking pretty good. Lucas, attention to detail Pope. I'm amazed that there isn't anything like referencing Papers, Please. I can, although I imagine for him it'd be the easiest thing in the world to go, yeah, nah, who like Papers, Please is its own thing. I don't need to reference it, but like, dithering, ooh, pretty much. Man, the dithering. The dithering is like off the chart. Look at that. Look at this fucking art style. So good. He certainly knows how to make him look good. That Lucas Pope. That absolute madman. So, hang on. If this took... Not my joke. I mean, it's still a good joke. There we go. I goofed my timing on that. I'm really bad at getting the timing right on these. Alright, so that's a bit of cold. So now we do cargo, and then we do ocean. Where does ocean start? Where does that body start from? Cargo. That's not even open yet. So we have to go down this end. I wonder if there's a faster way of doing that one. Oh, we haven't finished... it's cargo's in here. We haven't finished the other one, so I'm gonna go cargo, then that one. And then do ocean. Where does ocean start from, though? It starts with the death of... So, who does it start with? Is it the guy under the thing where he no, because that's it. He just dies, blows up the thing. Where does ocean start? Where does chapter 4? Alright, chapter 4 is the calling, so where haven't we gone? I've checked the front, that's cool. We've checked captain stuff, we've done all of this. We're gonna check next door, it's gonna open that. Cow's dead, so we don't need to worry there. It's the foot. There we go. Which is back that end of cargo. Okay. No, we're all good, don't worry. And then they have to move the bodies and stuff. Yep, right, cool. Alright, we're all good. We're all good. I figured it out. I've solved it. That's why I like doing cargo here, is because it ends us up down here. And we can... Yeah, the guy's leg. The guy's leg leads to chapter 4, I think. Yeah, because... Okay, so his leg is there. He got stabbed by the thing. That opens, and it leads up, and we go up to the top, and we see... more of the gut. It takes us to the start of the guys getting spiked. Where Henry is looking at some bodies on the deck. Which takes us to the start of chapter 4. So it is that. Second door we have to go through. Might actually be the third door. Because I think we have to go back through that one. So I should have actually probably done the other guy first, is how I'm thinking. We do the guy who, like, because you go grab the body of the crab thing. I think we do that. I think we should do that one before this. No. When Alfred does that killer dodge. It's such a good dodge. Beamed. Sorry, Lars. Sometimes it just happens like that. So we basically still need to do cargo. Cargo I'm gonna call done when we do the other guy, just because we're on cargo deck, not finishing like cargo as the chapter. Is the way I'm gonna do that. What are we at? An hour 9. So we're probably gonna be done hour 30-ish. It's not bad. Sometimes the ropes, you know, I know, right? The ropes. It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing. You bloody Dane. Bop. Gives him a bop across the head. Sometimes the ropes. Cracks that open. We go through. We load. Wonderful. Yada yada yada. This is going to tell us that we've got all the people in loose cargo. It's a good line. I really like the voice acting. I've gone the wrong way, is what I've done here. So got that. No, I need to go up this end. Right. The leg's over there. We need to end up here, but I think it'll take us, like, up towards the back, so I'm okay with that. Company man woke me up. Said you'd need a ferry to the Obra Dinn. So this guy has a bad day, but he also has probably a good day. He gets like the most success. I don't think there's a single instance of like bad voice acting in the whole thing. It's all so good. Even the player character gets some pretty, like, their voice is pretty good. Yeah, so we just grabbed this guy. Just because now we find out what happened to him. Crab. Kayab, stop appreciating the the crabs are bad. Oh, yeah, okay, so, and I didn't talk about this. I've got some new... Okay, so the highlight is new. The highlight is now me, if you type ! highlight in chat, it is now me getting the perfect GeoGuessr score the other day. And if you go ! not hype, you now are able to tell me when I have not done it. So chat is now able to represent the two emotions of yes and no. You're welcome. Alright, so now Soldiers of the Sea is done. We go through the door. It's gonna crack open to the book again and tell us we've completed Soldiers of the Sea. Oh, reading it beautifully. Look at this. Look at that. So yeah, then it should just be leg, and then we should just be able to go from there onto... Ah, crap, it ends... I thought it ended up with us up on the top level. Oh well. Still, leg boy. Let's make this one quick.
Keep pressure here.
I'm not gonna end the timer ends when we submit. No, it's when we get the letter back from Henry. Will be when we call time, because we still have to input. I was making a joke about the Obra Dinn RTA last night, and look what I find. What you gonna do? It's a fun. It's my game of the year. I really enjoy it. Let's go quick. Yeah, come on. Yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you, Henry. Thank you. There we go. Alright, up and away. Now, who dies here? It's this gentleman. G'day, buddy. How you doing? Oh, g'day, Martin. How we living? Welcome, Tyrant Saber, to the chat. Hope you're having an excellent day. Insurance fraud percent? You mean captain percent? Yeah, insurance fraud percent's pretty good. Saw you in someone else's stream earlier. Welcome to the welcome to the both of you. Glad to have you here. G'day, chest. Small world, yeah. Who thought two of you? Who would have thought that two of anyone would meet each other for a second time on a small Obra Dinn speedrun? It's a good percentage. Mainly, it's just because I don't like the tediousness of like having to go through the whole book all at once. It sucks. so bad. This is why I'm doing any percent and not like 100% or captain percent. Yep. So this leads us up to the top floor where the guys in the net stabs. They're hauling it up. And that should take us to the calling, I think. Unless I've goofed. Oh, sorry about that. Unless I've really goofed it. Which I hope I haven't. Ah! Got caught on some rigging. Because what? That takes us up there and then... we do something else, I think. Something like that. Something happens. G'day Ellis, how we living? Wait, is that Ellis or like it's E something? Alright, now this guy's been slapped. Lesson learned. There's the cook. That's the butcher. I know he's the butcher, I know he's the cook. And we've got Edward over there. It's one of the Russians. No, that's no he's not. This is Akbar, I think. Who else we got here? This guy has a trip. Everyone's tripping down these stairs. Don't get fresh. Exactly. Right? Keep your grubby... I don't know if you have ever handled fish regularly, but just not holding fish seems like a good idea. When you're on a boat and they're trying... like, it's this massive fish that they're trying to haul down some, like, 50-degree stairs. Seems kind of stupid. Alright. I mean, he didn't have long to regret it, so that's something, I suppose. Yep, so we go up here. We've already done Ed. They're so good at pretending being dead just to get over it. K-Have. No, they're all really, really dead. Although, hang on a minute. What I want to... okay, where did all the bodies go? Because a lot of them... oh, I guess they would like, where, if you're on a boat and someone dies, do they just toss you overboard? Because basically, until the very end, a lot of them are there, so I guess they just threw them overboard, huh? Bound them up, served them with some fish and chips. Oh, slapped. And then this will take us to here, where the boyos are getting absolutely riddled. They sew you into your hammock, weigh it down, and throw you overboard. Oh. That makes sense. Overboard seems reasonable? Yeah. If I was on a boat and someone died, I'd probably just toss them overboard. No offense to anyone who decides to die on my vessel, but, you know, that's sometimes the way it is. Oh, the other thing that happened, right? So, I don't think I told... when did this happen? It wasn't Sunday. Right, so, I was playing Forza Horizon 4. Caleb, you'll remember this. My good times driving around in some junk cars, such as the Volkswagen Combi. My Xbox Game Pass trial ran out, and I really didn't want to be paying $15 a month just for Xbox Game Pass. So I was like, whatever, I'll probably just get it eventually. Alex in chat, Neoring, is an absolute legend and got a spare copy and gifted it to me. So, Forza Horizon 4 is possibly back on the streaming menu, depending on what I want, what I feel like doing. Some days. The lazarette is actually where they keep the bodies that are too important to throw overboard. What is a lazarette, normally? What if they threw them alive and they just live on some small nice island? I mean, they could do that.
What the hell is going on?
If I was on the boat and I died, I'd toss someone overboard. Wait. True, I would also toss myself overboard. It's at the back of the ship so that the stink trails the ship. Huh. It's literally what it was in those days. Oh, okay. So you just, like, kept bodies back there. Well, like, who would be too important? Would it be, like, the captain, the mates, and, like, things like that where you'd need a body for, like, the estate or insurance things or, like, something like that? My nautical history is not that good. Yeah, see, it does lead. It leads to the bodies. It leads to these three Muppets. Don't worry, he's armless. What is that, like the fourth don't worry, he's armless? Officers and dignitaries. Okay. That's interesting to know. Yeah, right. So basically people who would have some interest to people back home. Not saying that the, like, topmen, seamen, and all those people wouldn't, but, like, you'd want the people who are actually, like, ranking officers probably more than some rando. These days, it's apparently more like a maintenance closet. I'm amazed that they would still build lazarettes on boats. Like, I don't know what you'd need it for. Just seems a little odd. You think you'd like, I mean, ship design could probably do it with a lot of improvements at this point, you'd think. Alright, so Unholy Captives finished. Leads us into the Calling. Which will end us, like, right here, I think, which is remarkably close to the end. So it saves, that's why I picked this one as the last one, is it saves a little bit of time walking back to the boatman. That's interesting. You can tell I don't go on boats much, except for in Return of the Obra Dinn, in which case I'm on a lot of boat. Whoa, okay, what has happened to my bit right there? It's the compartment below the tiller. I don't know what a tiller is. I reckon this guy got dogged probably harder than anyone, although he did kill a man. Like, he gets shot out of no... Oh, no, because that's the guy, isn't it? Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, nah, screw you, buddy. Then who goes next? It's... this guy, I think. Because he grabs that. It kills them all. Then it's her. Then it's the other guy. Then it's the other guy, I think. The rudder. Oh. That makes sense. Is it this guy, or is it like this guy? Hang on, who's over here? No, it's not you. And no one else is on board. They don't even need crabbies to kill each other? Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of fighting going on here. I mean... I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, Kab. The crabs are... I think the crabs are more of like a last resort, honestly. Or no, the Kraken's a last resort. It's just escalating sort of badness. Although I would say that the crabs, if I was going to have to pick, I would rather go up against the Kraken than those crab fellas. Just because the crabs can, like, scuttle their way into the ship and just ruin your day. Kraken, just dive overboard and try not to die. Or be the captain. Like, get within the bows of the ship and you're fine. Yeah, it's this guy. Genius! Having to like remember which one is the next person to die is really annoying in this one because so many of them die at the same time. So I think it slaps us back up here, and then we just run over there. Yeah, and then it'll be her next. And then it'll be the other two. Or three. I can't remember the order in which they die. I always forget it for these ones. It's really annoying. It's a problem. Yep, he's having a bad time. Oh, there's a shell down there. I didn't even notice that shell last time. Crabbies want to hug our crew. Captain wants to hug the whole ship. They're lonely, not bad. Yeah, that's not gonna fly in the insurance report. Oh, they got hugged to death. They were too kind to each other. So you're gonna have to give them all £100, I'm afraid. Oh boy. Okay, auto mod. Tyrant, I'm really sorry. Auto mod has held your message because he used Chinaman. And I can't alt tab out of Return of the Obra Dinn. So unfortunately, yeah, thank you for letting me know the order, but I won't be able to get that message into chat at the moment. Not to worry though, after this after I do this, I'm probably gonna just GeoGuessr at the end of the stream to wrap things up, and then we will I'll be able to like get automod to allow that. Is it one of the? Yeah, it is one of the Chinese guys that's on the boat, isn't it? Because they take the Formosans. Two yeah, so it's Lim and the other guy, Ik Ben Song or something like that. Ik Ben, something like that. Right, and it's Hagen. Okay, so they all perish. She's dead. He's alive. He's looking pretty dead. Is it this guy next? I think it's this one next. This guy here. Yeah, because he gets rushed and stabbed. So I think it's this guy who dies. And then it's... Hang on, so it's Lim, Galligan, Hagen, and then the China guy. So who's the Chinese guy? That's Galligan. Isn't it? That's the Chinese guy. So it is, so it's like this guy, then it's... That guy's O'Hagan, yeah, so it's this guy first. We figured it out, chat, don't worry. Thanks very much, Tyrant. Thanks for your help. Making this thing go a lot faster. Mind you, we made I made so many mistakes earlier that, like, I really need to make up some time on this one. And I hope I didn't miss it. I don't think I've missed anything so far. Like, we should just be able to finish this and go. Yep, there we go. Sweet. Yeah, we should just be able to finish this one, and then get off the boat, and then end it. Right, it's a Hagen, yeah. You know, I don't think I noticed that it was a Hagen the first time. It took me ages to get, like, a bunch of the people that I really should have gotten. That was the Chinese guy? Yep. So it's this fella. She gets a kiss on the cheek. There you go, Cab. A kiss on the cheek. No one tell him what actually happened. I would have said the Chinese guy name if I had them all straight. Yeah, I don't have them either. It's not a problem, but like automod it's on like the most minimal amount of moderation, so it only picks up like stuff like that, unfortunately. Which I didn't know was in there. It was in its list of like filters. Mild racism, I think, would be the way to put it. Obscenity, yeah, like in that kind of camp, yeah. Monsters are just lonely? Exactly. Yeah. It's fair, I can understand why they do it, but yeah. I'm just letting you know why it's not up, what's not going on. I'm determined to not get them straight so I can play the game again for real in another 4 years. That is not a bad call. Right, so then it was the Chinese guy, which is this fella. This guy dodges like a champ. He's lucky that he makes it out of there, only to inevitably get got later. Like, it's definitely the kind of game that I finished it, and I was like, man, I wish I could forget all of what just happened so I could play it again. It's definitely one of those games. I get a similar kind of thing with Papers, Please, where like just all of Lucas Pope's games, where it's like when you play it for the first time, it's incredible, and you just want to play. You just want to get that first play feeling every single time. I'm not gonna remember. I don't know how much more. Like, I'm probably gonna run this a few more times to like actually run it properly and make sure I'm getting my route down. Not that often, but I'm gonna like put in a little more practice in it to try and cut the time down a little bit for the run. And then I'm probably not gonna play it for ages and then pick it up again later. I've got all the achievements. There's very little for me to do at this stage. All right, so we crank this. I think this is the last one. Keep course due east. Allah.
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
What was the goal? Okay, so Carthage, so you know, you have a good understanding of like what's going on here. Why do you think they're going to the Canary Islands? Like, why'd they steal the Formosans and the shells and the chest and head to the Canaries? We know why they turned around, I think.
Shut it up. This is strange things about monsters.
That guy's a really bad translator. Right, so that guy dies. Oh, here's the door. Straight up robbery? Yeah. Sometimes it really do. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Robbing a boat seems like a really dumb idea. Especially if your plan is to, oh, we'll just row away. Like, these days, you can land a helicopter on some of these big ships. Rowing a boat for 3 days? Nichols wants to steal the Formosan treasure. He doesn't even know what it does. Nichols is an idiot. What a greedy prick. Man, so yeah, like this whole thing's his fault, isn't it? Basically, like it all comes down to he kicks off basically the entire disaster. Because everything seemed kind of okay before, like even though things were like a little weird. Treasure is shiny. You make a good point. You know what? Fuck it. Nichols was in the right. Bit late on that press, but I think we're good. So that should put us back on the top with everything done. The calling is now done. So we've got 1, 2, murder is done. 4, this one. 5 is done. They're all done. Conclusion. Yep. There we go. Or maybe the Formosans shouldn't have brought the chest aboard. Yeah, look, in hindsight, they probably shouldn't have brought the... Like, this whole voyage from the start just seems like it was a bad idea. Honestly, I would recommend... If someone's like, hey, can I bring this, like, weird magic chest on board your ship? You just tell them no. Yes.
We should go.
Yes, we should.
Storm's nearly about. So
I
we'll be
noticed.
coming back. If you've still business here,
No.
climb up and finish it. Else I'll make to port.
Yes, please. Unclear what would happen without Nicholas's intrusion. I think it... Bad ending? I mean, it's any percent. I'm not going for the good ending here. Take a camel instead. I wonder if, I think it would have been maybe, like, okay. The mermaids seem kind of chill when the captain's, like, keeping them in check for the most part. Probably would have stopped them from hauling aboard a couple of the, crabbies. Caleb says, less greed, more love. Take example from crabbies. Listen, you... If you're gonna bring evil crab soldiers aboard my ship, oh, you're gonna walk the bloody plank. I'm amazed no one walked the plank. Alright. Okay, we do have to hold D. No claims, no claims, no claims, no claims, no claims. Done. Yep, 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 yep. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You can't see it. I'm mashing space to try and skip this. You can't. I wish you could. That'd save so. If you could skip cutscenes, it'd save so much time. Because when you when you go back to like revisit the scenes and it plays the audio over the music, you say like that cuts down so much. I wish you could do that regularly. Like, oh, I get you know what it is. It's to prevent people from like skipping stuff and just not having no idea what happens. Oh, look at this house. Look at this wonderful little house. Ready to do some papers, please. And then you lift up the wall and then you start stamping it just straight into papers, please. Seamless transition. This voice, this is one of the better voices, I reckon, in the whole thing. She crushes this. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't notice that before. When you get good ending, there's still some tea left. Well, I goofed that one on time. It's a little bit faster than that. Alright, 1:36:17. It's a world record. Because no one else has a time as far as I know. We did it. There we go. Return of the Obra Dinn. Boom. Done. Such a successful run. I know, right? Then I go... Save splits. So that should have saved our splits. I open up live split. Yeah, we have our splits. Cool. So now